All right, everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, we are going to be working on something underneath of here, but not what you think. All right, so the only things you should need is a ratchet with a 14mm and a set of pliers to pull these clips out. So let's jump right into it. Okay, and as you can see on the ground here, we did get these pieces out. So for an older car like the WRX, mine is a 2003, I would expect to break some of the clips off of this piece here. I grabbed some of them with the pliers and they just exploded. We are going to sand this bad boy up and clean it up, and I'm gonna see, I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing here. This is the piece that mates to the actual windshield, and all the rest of it is fitted pretty nice. Well, I guess this is coming off too. We're gonna see if I can't find a way. I probably have some more 3M tape or something to stick on there to get this to actually stick like it's supposed to, because it has been a little floppy on the windshield too, and that is not what I want. So next step is we're gonna clean this thing up. Okay, so now that we've got it all clean, I am going to take a small piece of sandpaper here, just kind of scuff it up a little bit to ensure that that paint is actually going to stick and stay on this piece of trim. I know this is a step a lot of people skip, especially when they use like trim specific paint, because they think it's just designed to stay on there forever. But I'm gonna go the extra mile and clean it up. Now I know what you're probably thinking to yourself right now, that I have been using a spray can a lot lately. I use the spray can on the trim on the side of the door. I use the spray can on the windshield wipers on the front and a windshield wiper in the rear. And now I'm just using a paint can and painting more shit. Well, I want you to never underestimate the power that some black spray paint can do to the trim to your car and make your car look a lot newer than it really is, you know? Because this faded shit, regardless of the fact I have sanded it now and it's even more faded than it was, but this faded shit does not look good. The poking chrome out of the back did not look good. The corroded windshield wipers front and rear did not look good. And the same with these side skirts. Sadly, I'm not going to be painting those with a black spray can, because I will be actually either getting STI side skirts or getting those paint matched. But some trim paint, I mean, obviously get the design paint for it, but some black paint will ultimately change your car a lot more than you think. And I'm going to show you that today. Now, while we are waiting for that to dry, how often do you really get to clean out these parts of your vehicle? You don't ever get to see them. So I'm going to vacuum it out, spray it, clean it up real good, and hopefully the 3M tape that I put on that seal that goes up here will actually end up sealing this tight so we don't end up getting all of this shit in here again. See, now even I, right here, thought the color it was before was the color it was supposed to be, and all I had to do was vacuum some shit up out of there. But as you can tell, this was painted the color of the car. And it is also interesting to see that the gusset styles that Subaru used for rigidity inside the car, that is pretty cool. And I'm sure it has a lot to do with why these are such rigid cars as it is. And it's just really cool to see the gussets used in this fashion to make that part of the car way stronger. And as you can see, it goes all the way across too, all the way to the other side. It's pretty cool.
Now, I probably am being a little over the top, but I think in the end, it'll absolutely be worth it.
Coming to a video near you really soon, if you guys want to see it. We are going to be making the wagon look a little bit more sleek and taking these ugly ass rails off of this thing. I think they make it look more like a utility vehicle, and it makes it almost impossible for this thing to look like a sports car. I see a bunch of them that are lowered on really nice wheels with really nice aero, carbon fiber all over the place, and this thing makes it look like a minivan. So, it won't be happening in today's video, but I will be taking these off soon. You have to rip the headliner down and take bolts out, and then rip this headliner down and take bolts out, and then it slides off. So, what I want you to do is I want you guys to let me know if I should go into great detail onto how to actually take this off, or should I just give you a really quick snippet of it coming off. And I will have to order a new trim piece, so there will be some holes in the top until I get a new trim piece for that. But I do think it'd make the Subaru look a lot sleeker, and it'd flow a hell of a lot better without these ugly ass rails up here. So let me know how you feel about it in the comments down below. All right, so as you can see here, we are getting closer, but because I did sand it and I was aware of this, it is going to need multiple layers of paint because you have to fill in all the scratches from that sandpaper. And I'm sure that everybody who initially watched me start sanding it kind of face palmed it a little bit, just kind of punched in the air because they knew this was going to happen. And I did as well. So I am going to need probably 4 or 5 more layers of paint, and I want to layer it really thick because I don't want it to just fade after a year of it being on there again. So we are going to be layering this on here really thick, the best we can, to ensure that it stays on there for as long as it humanly can. And I want really good results out of it. So I did sand it so that it would actually soak into the plastic. So when you sand, you rip off pieces of that plastic, and I sanded pretty evenly all across. So I basically just created a new layer for it to soak into there, or at least that's the hope. That's the process I'm running through my head. I don't know if the science aligns, but that is what we're going for. So I'm going to continue to put paint on this, and I will talk to you guys again when we start putting this cowl back on. Hopefully the audio ain't too loud. So we have got the cowl piece back in. The only piece that is left in the puzzle is now to put the windshield wipers back where they belong. So that's what I'm going to do. I figured while I was here, I'd show you guys the windshield wipers as well. I don't know how well you can see it, but I got rid of every bit of corrosion that could have been on these things, and they look absolutely beautiful. So to put this one on, I think, oh no, good. Well, that is one thing I messed up on the other day when I took them off and painted them. I tightened them down and they were sitting in the complete wrong spot, which ended up screwing me in the long run. And I didn't really realize that it would end up screwing me. So we're going to make sure today that when we set it down, it is in the right spot. Make sure the wipers are in line. And then we can tighten it down. Okay, pop my little cap on. Awesome. Now we can get our first look with the hood prop down, what it looks like. Wow. You can't see anything. Oh, that looks a million times better. The fact that it is harder to see in there at all is way better. You don't just sit there and stare at that crummy ass plastic. Well, that is going to be it for today's video. As you can see, a lot of the videos lately have been me using a spray can and kind of cleaning things up. I am trying to focus on getting the little things done on the Subaru that I would like to get done before I just go and buy a slew of parts and all sorts of shit. In reality, the only things that have been bought for the Subaru were the side marker deletes and the shift boot. Other than that, it has all been maintenance that I've spent money on. Obviously, I've gone through 2 oil changes on the Subaru now. I got an oil change when I got it. And then I did an oil change just recently that you guys, whoever was on my live video, did see. But I am trying to focus mainly on getting the little stuff done, making it clean, fixing corrosion, fixing rust, fixing, things that are just falling apart, and kind of putting the car back together, making sure the interior is clean, fixing the rust on the seats because the STI seats were very rusty on the brackets as well. And I did tighten up the brackets. I just want to make sure that the car is solid before I go and dump a shit ton of things into it, get it tuned, things like that. I am going to be getting it tuned at some point. It does have an intake, and it's got a full exhaust. And believe the boost is turned up a little bit. It's at I don't even know what increments they go in, 0.12 MPa. So I believe it should be just shy of 16 pounds. And we are needing a tune in the Subaru. I do hear a little bit of pre-detonation as I romp on it as well. So a tune will clean that up a lot. But we got a lot of things coming. It needs lowered because this thing could drive over a house right now. Headlights are incoming. The bumper is all sorts of broken, and it's just fucked because a few years ago we hit a skunk. And like I said, I have known the guy that owned this car up until I just took ownership of it for the last almost 3 years and some change. But yeah, front bumper's fucked. It's getting fog light covers. We're gonna repaint the wing. Like I said, we're getting rid of the rails, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, all over the place. But for now, the videos are going to be a little bit more mundane, a little bit more boring, because we are just going to be fixing the things that needs fixed. So hope you guys enjoy it. If you stick around, we are going to have a lot bigger things done to this car. It is going to be changing pretty soon coming up. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and shoot a comment down below what you think of the 2003 Subaru WRX wagon. Peace out. Have a great rest of your night.